Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining me tonight. I'm Mindy, and I am going to lead you in a restorative yoga practice. We're going to do some beginning poses, more yin style, so more stretching. And then after a few of those, we'll go and transition into the restorative, more supportive poses. So as you can see, I have my plethora of blocks. I do have my blocks over here. I have blocks. I have many, many pillows. I love pillows. So this is my idea of a bolster. Lauren uses a big body pillowcase and puts a body pillow in there. I have 2 pillows in there. So there's different ways that you can kind of make your yoga props without buying them. I have some towels. I have a bath towel. I have a little towel, a hand towel for underneath my neck later, because I do like to be supported under my neck. And yeah, so go ahead and grab your props. We'll get started here in a seated position as soon as you're ready. Give you a minute to go grab those things. Maybe you weren't aware that we would be doing restorative class, and so you'll need those props. Maybe also while I'm thinking about it, at the very end when we do shavasana, you might like an eye mask or an eye pillow, so that could be helpful. I like socks during a practice like this because my feet can get cold, so there's a few things like that. All right, we're going to start. I'm going to take my socks off first because we are actually going to start this practice with a foot massage, a self foot massage. No, I cannot come out there and do a foot massage for you. So instead, next best thing is we'll do that ourselves. So we'll then extend our feet out in front of us in Dandasana, or staff pose. And as we begin, I invite you to close your eyes or soften your gaze. Become aware of your surroundings. Notice the noises that you hear. Maybe you hear family member voices or animal, dogs or cats meowing, cars outside, heaters running, maybe air conditioning, depending on where you are. Just making an observation. And as we do this, taking a breath in and out, nice and slow and gentle. Notice your sit bones, adjust if needed, but notice if they are in underneath you, where they are. Can you lengthen your spine, allowing the crown of your head to float to the top of the room, ceiling. Notice in your body if there's any aches or pains, tension, areas of tension. Can you soften those places as we begin? Allowing your breath to bring oxygen to those sticky spots. Notice the quality of your thoughts. Maybe you're like me and this is the end of your day. Maybe you're just waking up and you're feeling groggy. Maybe your mind isn't clear yet. Maybe it's overwhelmed with things that you need to do or have yet to do. Can you set those things aside, allowing yourself to be present here, right now? Breathing in and breathing out. Notice the quality of your heart, the you're feeling heavy burdened, if you're feeling light, joyful, making observations without changing anything, knowing that there's no right or wrong. How you're feeling is how you're feeling. Can you sit with it, lean in, and breathe through it? As you notice your breath now, noticing it come in through your nose, through the back of your throat, and into your lower belly, expanding your lower belly. And maybe even you can feel it in your ribs expanding, and even your chest. On your exhale, can you feel your chest deflate, your ribs and belly deflate as the air exhales through the nose? Breathing in and breathing out. Just breathing on your own count. Try to elongate your exhales, settling yourself here in the present moment with the Lord, knowing that He is always present with you. Recognize His presence. During this month of November, it's our Thanksgiving here in the United States, and at the end of the month. So many people will begin to do a focus on gratitude. You'll see that on social media often, and it's a wonderful thing. So my theme of gratitude may be apropos because of our Thanksgiving here, or it may be even cliche to some, but I invite you to use this time to be still in the Lord's presence. And as I read Psalm 106, verse 1 over you, I pray that this becomes almost a breath prayer for you. Give thanks to the Lord, for He is good. His love endures forever. As you flutter your eyes open, I invite you to take your right foot, take your leg over so that you can gently massage your right foot, getting into the ankle a little bit, giving yourself time to feel grounded and present. I like to do each toe, bringing some extra blood flow as I rub on there. Our feet are our foundation, and our body carries a lot of weight for us every day, walking on pavement, carrying things, adds weight to our load, and our feet just keep going. Sending some love to our feet today. And we'll go the other side. Nice and gentle. Beginning with some ankle rolls. Thankful for bodies that can move and help us to do all the things that we are needed to do in one day. And that feels good. Bring that foot back down. And cross your legs in an easy seat. And we'll just really briefly, but intentionally, give ourselves a hand rub as well. A little massage into the palm of our hand, up each finger. Our hands do so much, thumbs do so much. Get the back of your hand as well, bringing blood flow. Roll that wrist. And go to the other side when you're ready. Using that thumb to massage the inside of your palm. And each finger. And the back of our hand. And roll that wrist out a little bit. Very nice. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. I invite you to come forward and bring, if you're sitting on a blanket, go ahead and take that from under you. And we're going to move it out. There we go. Come to a tabletop position. There we go. And let's do some cat-cow on our own breath, inhaling and exhaling. So on our inhales, we look up, allow the belly to come down, chest forward, tailbone up. Exhale, tailbone comes down, tucks under, back rounds, and our chin comes down to our chest. Inhaling up and exhaling down, pressing into the ground rather. Inhaling, belly comes down, chin comes up. Exhale, chin comes down. Our back is arched. Moving and articulating our spine nice and slowly. And one more time. Just warming up the spine. I invite you to come down to your belly, nice and gently. And bringing our hands in front of us, we're going to take our left hand, keep it right here in front of us, and take our right hand out to the side. Bring our left foot up so that it's like at a 90-degree angle. And then with our left hand, we're going to gently push ourselves over and open up our shoulder in this first yin pose. And if you'd like to use a block or a blanket underneath your head to support you, you're more than welcome to do that. We want to bring our left foot down on the ground, allowing us to feel a good stretch in our front pectoral chest muscles. Maybe your left arm stays in front of you, or maybe it comes back and around to open that chest a little bit more. We're going to be here for 2.5 minutes. So make sure that you are comfortable, especially your neck. You want to support your head. Opening our heart. Remembering to breathe evenly and smoothly through these poses. We don't want to hold our breath, just the pose. And if your hand is behind your back, gently bring that arm up and back forward, allowing your body to gently come back to center. Going to go to Sphinx pose. So with our hips on the ground, our elbows under our shoulders, our hands are out in front. I have my timer. Be in Sphinx pose. Heart reaches forward, breathing in and breathing out. Giving thanks to the Lord, for He is good. His love endures forever. Being thankful for God's presence in our lives, His love for us, His grace, His mercy, provision. Spend some time thanking Him for these things. Bringing ourselves back down to the ground, we'll come to the other side. So if you used a block or a blanket before, you might want to use that again. We're going to bring our right hand this time next to our shoulder. Our left hand will come out to the side, looking to the right so that our head can rest on a block, bending the right knee, and then bringing that body over. Feel a nice juicy stretch on the other side here, opening the heart and the shoulder. And that arm option, if you'd like, that right arm can come back behind your body and your rest on your low back to open your shoulders a little bit more if you'd like. I'm thankful for technology, but this pose definitely helps us to open up our shoulders and chest. Usually we're hunched over a desk or a steering wheel or carrying children or something, but usually our shoulders are brought forward. So this is a great way to open them up, allow them to release, breathing through the stretch. super gentle. If you have your hand behind your back, go ahead and bring that around and forward again. Rolling back onto your belly. Gently, slowly, intentionally. Remove the block or the blanket if it's underneath your head. And meet me back here in table. We're going to take our palms and point them toward our knees. This. There we go. And in this posture, we'll do some cat-cow again, starting with our tailbone, breathing in, tailbone comes up, heart forward, chin up. Exhale, tuck your tail, arch your back, feeling a stretch in your forearms as well as you bring your neck down. Inhale, cow, exhale, cat. Allowing the breath to lead our movement. And coming back on our heels. This next pose is deer pose, and it's supported only in the front because just seems to work better that way. So I'll do it this way. So come on down to the ground with your front leg bent at a 90-degree angle so that your shin is parallel to the top edge of your mat. I have my bolsters here because when we come forward, I'm going to need to support my upper body. My back leg here is bent, again, a 90-degree. This leg is somewhat parallel to our mat as well. I have another mat here. Making sure that you are comfortable in this position. You can always move just a little bit here or there if that's more helpful for you, so you're not stuck in any one pose. We're going to support ourselves with as many props as we need tonight. Going to inhale, nice long spine, and exhale, coming forward. Get my camera. And come forward on our pillows. I like to tense my fingers or fists, and you can prop your head on them, or maybe you like to turn your head, whatever's comfortable for you. Feeling a nice stretch, but at the same time feeling supported. Give thanks to the Lord, for he is good. His love endures forever. What other ways can you think of that God demonstrates his love for us? Your family and friends, and co-workers. Taking these few minutes to give him thanks for the people in our lives. Coming back up gently. Walking your hands back. Inhaling here. And exhaling. And switch sides. So if you have props that you want to take with you, or maybe you just change your body position, that works too. Timer. So our front foot is going to be, our front leg is going to be parallel with that front edge. Back leg is parallel with the side edge. Bring those props up close by. Getting yourself comfortable. Inhale to grow tall. And exhale to lean forward, being supported by your props. Taking your breath in and pressing yourself up. So nice. Bringing your legs in front of you. Maybe windshield wipering them if you need to. And then we're going to set up for a wide-legged forward fold. So I again like to use the leopard pillows. And sometimes I like to put pillows under my pillows. Taking a moment to set up well so that you feel fully supported. In fact, you can see how many wonderful pillows I have. So wide-legged fold, whatever that looks like for you, as far as how wide out you want. You want your pillows somewhat close, but obviously, wherever it is that is comfortable for you, so that you can rest and release in this pose. Once you have yourself all set up, you might actually do it like this. There we go. I'll be in this pose for about 5 minutes. 4 to 5 minutes. Maybe. Leaning forward, breathing in, breathing out. Being thankful for little things like electricity, which end up being a huge thing, something we take for granted. And even the internet, without that, we wouldn't be able to be here tonight with one another. But for technology, cars, home, remembering that all good things come from the Lord. You have your head turned to one side. I encourage you to pick your head up gently and twist your neck over to the other side so that you have equal stretch on both sides of your neck. Be here for another couple minutes. Inhaling here and exhaling, bringing your body back up to an upright position. This next pose is called supported bind angle. So for this pose, there's a little bit more involved in setting things up. If you have small pillows, like I have these smaller pillows, you can use that. Or if you have yoga blocks you want to use, you can use that. You're gonna take, if you're using yoga blocks, you'll take one on the medium height and one on the lower height. And then take your bolster and put it on top of those so that it's in an angle. If you don't have yoga blocks, never fear. You'll take your pillows, your smaller pillows, and you'll kind of prop them up so they look like this. And then you'll take your bolster, and that's even it'll rock nicely. So you can put your pillow like that there. And then when you sit back, you want your hips to be right there against the pillow. I like to take a bath towel. If you don't have one, that's fine. But if you have one and you want to roll it up long ways, we're going to use it here for the round angle. So with our heels of our feet together, you can see that, I think. We're going to take the towel and put them over the feet. And then we'll take these, the ends here, and bring them underneath our thighs so that our legs have support underneath them. If you don't have a towel, but you have blocks or some pillows, you can put those underneath your knees. It kind of does the same thing. There's just a little bit of feedback when you use a towel for your the tops of your feet. Either way, you set yourself up comfortably. We're going to be in this pose for about 4 minutes, just like the other one. So gently lean back. There we go. And get comfortable. Breathing in here. And breathing out. Sighing it out. Knowing that our good Father is always providing for us and our relationship with Him, with our family and friends and people we work with, technology and things like home and car. All of these things are gifts from our God who loves us so much. Give thanks to the Lord, for He is good. His love endures forever. Inhaling here. And exhaling. Looking up a little bit, bringing your knees in gently with your hands to support them. We're going to move into a supported child's pose. So we're going to use a lot of pillows again. We're going to take child's pose in very wide-legged form. We'll spread our knees out wide, kind of like we did with our wide-legged forward fold. And we'll bring the pillows up as close to us as we can. If you'd like, you can take a towel or a pillow and prop it between your hips and your ankles. That sometimes can help, or maybe underneath your knees, just depending in that area there between your thigh and your leg. That may be more comfortable for you. So being mindful of how you're feeling and adjusting as necessary. Be here for about 3 minutes. So go ahead when you're ready, lie on your pillows, coming forward, enjoying this. And again, I'll let you know about halfway through when you can turn your head, if you're going to be your head to one side or the other, if that's helpful. And you can turn your head to the other side. And thanks for all the things that are happening in your life. Sometimes those things are good and we accept them quickly and easily. But other times, there are things that happen that are harder to accept, things that we feel are not a blessing at all. So it's hard to give thanks in those situations. I don't want to discredit that. Breathing in, and on your exhale, coming up gently and slowly. We're going to push our blankets and pillows out, away from us. Take any towels or things that you have out as well. We're going to do legs up the wall. And as we do, if you'd like to use, I don't see my, If you'd like to use something underneath your neck, if you'd like to use a pillow underneath your hips, that's also fine. You can do that. I'm just going to take legs up the wall in the traditional style. So you'll bring your body against the wall, hips literally touching the wall, in your seat at the edge of your mat. When you're ready, bringing your arm down so that you can gently roll yourself up with your legs above. And then again, if you want to take any kind of support underneath your neck or your hips or whatever, you're more than welcome to do so. We'll be here for about 4 minutes. And in this moment, in this segment, I was just mentioning how some of the things that come into our lives, it's hard to give thanks for because they are either not good or they seem not good or they didn't go according to our plan. And then maybe later we learn that the thing that didn't go our way, or maybe we didn't understand to be so good in the moment, ended up being okay in the end, or even better. So I encourage you to think about those times and remember that the things that we go through in life, I believe everything that we experience through life helps prepare us in one way or another for the future. So maybe it's for our own personal growth, but other times it's so that we can be empathetic with others and be an encouragement and a blessing in other ways. And it's so hard sometimes to see it in that moment. But I'm giving you time here to offer that to the Lord. He knows your heart, and it's okay to be angry. It's okay to not be thankful, to still be processing. But talk to the Lord about it because He loves you and He understands and He knows. And if anything, we can be thankful that He hears us when we pray. Coming out of this pose by bending your knees And then bringing walking your feet over to one side until you find yourself rolling on the floor. Bring yourself back up. Our last pose for this evening will be Shavasana. So I am going to encourage you to put a couple of pillows underneath your knees. Again, I like to put something under my neck or under my head like a pillow. Bringing our hips close to our pillows so that our knees and lower legs are supported. Coming back to lie down on our mats, head supported. There we go. Lying down in Shavasana, taking a body scan, thinking of all the different body parts that we have and their function, designed by our good Heavenly Father, our Creator. Can you soften the area around your eyes and your forehead? Soften your jaw, your neck, shoulders. Allow your arms to be limp and relaxed, palms up and fingers open. Allow your back to just sink into the ground beneath you. Relax your hips and thighs, your knees and lower legs, your feet and your ankles. Lying in Shavasana for the next 3 or 4 minutes. I invite you to continue speaking and talking to the Lord, listening for His voice maybe, reminding you that you are loved, that He is faithful and can be trusted. Beginning to move your feet and ankles and move your fingers a little bit, breathing in and breathing out. Make those movements a little bigger. And when you're ready, roll over to one side, allowing yourself to just rest in this fetal position for a moment. And when you're ready, press yourself up to a seated position. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, that you're filled with gratitude for this body. Thank yourself for showing up this evening. Thankful for the Lord, His goodness, His love, and for you joining me this evening. I encourage you to keep a journal this month, writing down all the things that you are grateful for and positive experiences that you have, so that you can look back on them during the times that maybe you're struggling. It's always good to see the faithfulness of the Lord in your own life, and journals help us to reflect. Have a good evening, wonderful day.